One of the greatest tokusatsu directors is Suke Kaneko, most well known for directing the Heisei Gamera trilogy. Just 3 great films with excellent effects, just amazing tokusatsu movies. He's also known for directing a Godzilla film, Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. It's one of my personal favorite Godzilla films, but he also directed another famous Kaiju franchise, the Ultraman franchise. The show we're going to be talking about is Ultraman Max. Kaneko's involvement in Ultraman Max, he directed 6 episodes, being episode 1 and episode 2 are both great episodes, but my favorite episode he directed being episode 11. This episode having a lot of similarity to Kaneko's other works, with the Blue Stone of Baragi and hearing about this fallen civilization, like with the Heisei Gamera trilogy with the fallen civilization of Atlantis falling because of kaijus, and hearing about this ancient civilization's legends are very similar to GMK with the Guardian Monsters. Speaking of Godzilla and Gamera, they kinda have a cameo in this episode. That's also not the only cameo. We also had the main lead, Asagi's actress, in this episode. Now, Kaneko's other episodes are all really great episodes, and you generally feel his presence and his directing style in this series. But he's not the only great director from this series. We also have the amazing Akios Shoji, directed many great episodes from the Ultraman series. Usually his episodes are very artistic. He directed 2 episodes, episode 22. Episode 22 is about this guy, is a writer, and he has writer block, and he keeps having these real dreams. This episode is really excellent and very well made. He also directed episode 24. It's a nice callback to Ultra 7 episode 8. Instead of Metron using cigarettes to make people go crazy, he's using cell phones. 2 very great episodes he directed. But what is my thoughts on Max's series? Well, let's first talk about the characters. Now, Team Dash is a pretty likable team. I do like all the characters. They are very comedic, but it makes them feel like more of a group of friends. Our main lead, Kaido, we learn a lot of things about him, like his parents died because of a natural disaster, and that's why he joined Dash, because he wants to save people. I like Kaido's relationship with Max. There's an episode where he tries to transform for certain means, but Max won't let him, and he wonders why until he realizes he was using Max, and it makes him feel bad. But he realizes why Max and him fight, is to attack life. It's a really excellent character moment for Kaido. Kaido has many great character moments like that, like there's one episode where he grapples with his mortality. Kaido, as our main lead, is very likable. Now, Kaido's love interest, Mitsuki, they have a very cute relationship. Mitsuki as a character, she's likable. She just wants to help people, regardless if they're human or alien. It's a very nice character trait to hers. In one episode, she has a very nice relationship with this little girl, who sadly lost her eyesight. Mitsuki in one episode gets revealed she's an ancestor from this ancient alien race around on Earth. It makes her character really interesting for her love for humanity and the stars. Now, the captain, he's alright, not one of my personal favorite captains though. And Kanjiro, our hothead in the show, he's alright character. He kinda has this weird relationship with Ellie, the robot, because they kinda have a romance going on in the show. Now, with Ellie though, I do think it makes sense though, because Ellie is the robot and she doesn't really understand humanity, and she doesn't really understand emotions, but she has emotions. And she starts to learn to be what is to be human. And the most ultimate emotion to feel is, well, love. Now, my favorite character to watch is probably Sean. He's our scientist of the group, and he's just hilarious to watch. Now, one thing that is really awesome about Max is, well, the actor cameos. I already mentioned Asagi's actress appearing in this show, but she's not the only Gamera actor to appear. We also get this guy. He appeared in the Heisei Gamera films as a very lovable character, and he also appeared in GMK. But we also see the original Ultraman cast in this show as well, playing different characters, but it's still really nice to see them in this show, and they're all really lovable, especially seeing the actor play Shin Hayata. It's just a nice cast reunion in this show. We also see the reunion of the cast from Ultra Q in this show as well. And we can't forget about the actor who played Dan Moriboshi, playing a hidden character in this show as well. It's just cool the fact they brought back these awesome actors in this show. Now, the effects in this show is also really good. Ultraman Max's design is really cool looking to me. I really liked it, especially his eyes. And Max's powers are really neat, especially the fact he can grow giant. Now, Ultraman Xenon is honestly a very forgettable Ultraman. Honestly, you could have replaced him with Ultraman Zolfi. Now, Ultraman Max had many great kaijus from this show, one of my favorites being Nachu Maryu. This kaiju is so awesome looking and it has such a great episode. This guy wants to build a hotel where this ancient shrine is, and this angel's the kaiju. And Ultraman Max actually has a lot of returning kaijus, this being the first show ever done that in the Heisei era. And the updated designs look really good in the show as well. The best returning one in my opinion is probably Aemon Bolton. This is a great two-parter with one Bolton trying to help out humanity and the other one wants to destroy it, and we learn some things about the Boltons. Like they used to be a peaceful race, but eventually their race had war, and they destroyed their home planet. And unlike the original Ultraman, Max defeats the Bolton in a peaceful way. And I really like how this two-parter ends, showing humanity might follow the same fate with the Bolton. My final thoughts on Ultraman Max. Ultraman Max, at least for me, gets overshadowed by other great Heisei Ultraman shows. But with this current rewatch of Ultraman Max, I realize how good Max's episodes are. I mentioned some of them, but one of the episodes I want to mention is episode 25. It's about this alien comes to Earth and becomes friends with this boy. The alien name is Keith, and he decides to turn himself in, and he gets treated really horribly. And we see how this affects Dash. The reason why Keith does this is because he wants humanity and aliens to coexist. Aliens that don't need to create a human disguise. And eventually an invader attacks, and Keith decides to sacrifice himself to save humans. It's a really powerful episode and it's really good. Max has many great episodes like this one. So Ultraman Max the show, it's really good. And I have a whole new appreciation for Ultraman Max.